While many commentators note it was social media that enabled these protests to occur, similar to the Arab Spring, there is criticism of Twitter's role in mobilising these protests. This is also the rhetoric behind the idea of the Twitter revolution. This leads to a more critical understanding which emerged after the event. It is useful to keep in mind that social media are not the only enabling force behind these sorts of movements, but they do serve as a useful organising and mobilising tool. In many cases, face-to-face and email were equally effective methods of communicating news and information about the movement. Therefore, the extent to which social media can empower users and enable them to enter or reshape the public sphere is debatable. The academic Clay Shirky believes that social tools have the capacity to bring about radical change through mass connectivity and self-publishing. In contrast, Malcolm Gladwell suggests online activism is nowhere near as powerful as facing the dangers of revolution with a strong network of fellow protesters from within the movement in a face-to-face context. Evgeny Morozov develops Gladwell's point further by coining the term slacktivism to describe this sort of online activism, suggesting that it has no real-world impact and is merely an illusion of participation within political movements, facilitated through social media platforms. While there is no denying social media have provided tools to engage in real-world events, political or otherwise, and to some extent allow participants to coordinate and mobilise, it is problematic to suggest social media on its own increase our participation within the public sphere. In terms of information flow, we are now able to send and receive immediate updates through social media platforms and communication conventions such as hashtags. From this perspective, participation has increased dramatically. Whether institutions are actually listening to that participation is debatable. What we are likely to experience is the emergence of new models of institutional governance processes. These processes will allow increased input from grassroots movements, but will maintain the hierarchical systems of governance. Social media has given us a voice, but there are certainly controls in place that monitor its effectiveness.